Alright, I got some glide bait fishing tips for you. First of all, if you are throwing a glide bait or a swim bait that you consider expensive, you consider it not easily replaceable, you know, whether expensive to you is $20 or $400, don't chance it. Throw your glide bait on heavy braid line. I like Power Pro. I use 50-pound Power Pro no matter what. I used to throw my glide baits on Berkeley XT 20-pound, usually on low vis green or clear, but usually low vis green. And I switched completely over to Power Pro braid because there's no reason to chance it. If you're throwing an expensive glide bait, you're worried about line shy fish. I mean, would you rather miss out on the occasional line shy fish, or would you rather lose your $300 glide bait? So I don't chance it anymore, ever. I definitely do not ever throw on fluorocarbon line. Fluorocarbon snaps. I mean, it is the most unpredictable line, especially in the winter. It gets cold and it just snaps. You can lose lures. But lately I have found that even mono snaps quite a bit, a lot more than braid. And so if you're using something like 50-pound braid, 65-pound braid, and you're using a heavy-duty rod, I'm using a Phoenix M1 here, and you've got a heavy-duty reel, you can crank your drag all the way down as tight as it will go. Matter of fact, if you could put some sort of drag lock in there and just completely lock it out, man, you can just hog those fish back to the boat and not ever worry about your line breaking. So switch your line out. I highly recommend using braid. Now here's another tip for you. When you go to tie your braid on, what you want to do is just take your split ring off the front tie eyelet of your glide bait and just do your Palomar knot directly on your split ring, and then place your split ring onto your glide bait. That's the easiest way to do a Palomar knot. Simple as that. Now one thing I like to do, after I'm done with that, I'll usually tie a knot or two down here on my tag and then cut it so that it has even less of a chance of slipping through. But yeah, so you tie it directly to the split ring and make sure that it's right there in the gap section of the split ring where the split ring ends on both. Have it on the thin section, have your knot right there on the thin section, and that way all you have to do is grab it with your split ring pliers like that and feed it on to your tie eye here, like that, and there you go. Makes it that much easier to do a Palomar knot on a glide bait.